Young ladies. Welcome back to another show of Beyond the Game. It's your first time tuning in. This is your boy Q Walker on the mic, and we got the legendary Ralph in the bill.
Legendary.
Legendary. You've been here enough times,
I
doing
appreciate
the show, so
What's up, world?
you legendary now, big baby. So so we had a very important game that took place yesterday, minus the some of the bullish. Interesting game, man. But did you see any commercials that stood out to you? I thought the commercials was crap.
we talked about it.
I thought the commercials was crap yesterday.
I really didn't like the commercials at all. Shout out to Larry Starks, though.
Yeah, shout out to Larry. He got on the Super Bowl, man. That was huge, man. That was
big time.
That was dope. And
he deserves it.
The only one I particularly liked was the Jason Mona, where he came in the house and started taking off his body parts, and that's the only one I like. Other than that, straight trash.
People pay a lot of money to have whack commercials.
They said it was 5.6 million was the average for the Super Bowl commercial, and it was a waste. But anyways, let's get right on into this game that took place yesterday, with your guy Jimmy Guwop. Jimmy Guwop came through yesterday, man. We'll get to Jimmy in a second, man. But
what do you say?
First question. Did the Chiefs win the game or did the 49ers blow it? Take your time.
All right, so we're going to look at it like this. So you got to look at the question. Did the Chiefs win the game or did the 49ers lose the game?
Yep. Did the Chiefs win it or did the 49ers blow it?
Man.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to play the blame game.
Oh, we gonna play that next.
So, I'll save that for next.
Yeah.
I'll say the Chiefs won the game.
You say the Chiefs won the game?
Absolutely.
Nah, bruh. 49ers blew that joint.
They did blow it.
49ers blew that joint.
They did blow it.
Patrick Mahomes waited until the last game of the season to have his absolute worst game of the season.
But you got to give credit to the 49ers defense.
No.
No. It was confusing.
No.
It was pressure.
No.
Okay.
No.
He wasn't just out there with all this time in the world just throwing the ball.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying at the same time though.
Give credit to the defense.
Patrick Mahomes was wait a minute, before I get on Patrick Mahomes, I'm gonna tell you this quick little funny story. So I went to go see my sons for lunch today at school, right?
Okay.
So I have lunch with my youngest son, he's 6, and then my oldest son comes in directly after him he's 8. So I'm in there eating with my 8-year-old son.
Okay.
And when the parents come in, it's a separate section, that they let you go eat with your kids in. Yep. So it's just you and the kid, right?
Yep.
So hey, what's up, Daniel? I'm telling a Patrick Mahomes story real quick. So
he knows a person.
So hold on. So I'm eating lunch with my son, right? And this little boy runs over to me. He's like, "Are you Patrick Mahomes?"
Wow! Shout out to the light skin.
I was like, "Yeah, I'm Patrick Mahomes, man. I'll take a picture with you when I get done with my son."
You do got the smile too.
He said, "I'm an MVP champion."
He said, "Oh man, I told my friend that was you." I said, "Yeah, I'll be over and take a picture with you in a second now." But that was crazy though. But anyways, Daniel, I posed the question, man. The first question was, did the Chiefs win or did the 49ers blow it yesterday?
It's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. You said the Chiefs won.
Because I feel like, of course, the 49ers blew it. They stopped running the ball. You got one of the key Chiefs defensive players saying that, "Oh, I'm so glad they stopped running the ball."
You talking about Honey Badger?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
speaks for itself.
To me, what happened?
Let me get your mic. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
To me, I feel like they stopped running it. For one, they was a little shook because it was 20-17. But for one, the Chiefs have started playing the run better. I mean, between the tackles, Debo was eating. But as far as
he was there last night.
Debo had.
Don't be disrespectful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he would have been MVP if the 49ers
won.
won.
About 17 yards a carry, but yeah.
He was like 80% of the offense.
But, I mean, with the Chiefs, you see how fast they can score. 20-17 is not a lead, really. So they felt like they needed to go down and score. Wasn't much time left. So they just started airing it out. Jimmy G. It was good play calls. Like, now I don't know. I mean,
who's in?
Andy Reid?
No. Shanahan called some good play calls.
Okay, I'm gonna get
Jimmy G
early.
I saw it now. I mean, I played football, so I saw it. As soon as he snapped the ball, I said Kittle's open. It's before he even made his break.
What we talking
That's
about?
one play.
It was Kittle. He missed Kittle twice. But this was in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Kittle ran a square in.
Mm-hmm.
about 5 or 6 yards square in, missed him.
Pressure.
He threw it to the sideline. Another time, Kittle, he ran like an 8-yard out, missed him. He hit somebody on the opposite side. The pressure was getting to him. That's what it was.
Pressure, man.
But it was good play calling. That's why I can't blame it all on Shanahan. No matter if
he's gonna get. I'm
gonna get to the blame.
If I call the perfect call, but you can't execute it, that ain't on me.
So you want him to go to Sean McVay, Jared Goff route, and what's 2 minutes area where to throw the ball?
I mean, you can do that up to 15 seconds on the clock. Why wouldn't you do it?
I would trust Jimmy G. To me, I feel like the 49ers blew it, man. The 49ers blew it. You was up 20-10 with 6 minutes left, and Patrick Mahomes just threw his second interception.
Talk about it.
Now, it was a 20-10 with 12 minutes left.
No, I'm saying after Patrick Mahomes threw his interception, they had the ball with 6 minutes left.
Okay, yeah.
So you up 20-10 at that point. They threw.
Is this in the game or?
This is the fourth quarter. This is the fourth quarter.
Let's talk about it.
They ran the ball with Mostert. They got 5 yards.
Why not run it again?
They had 2 drives. It was up 20-10. They started the first one. It was like 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
They went 3 and out.
Yeah.
But then Mahomes threw a pick.
And there
was only about 7 minutes left.
So this is the drive I'm talking about after that. So they ran the ball with Mostert, got 5, and then they threw it the next 2 times. They took 47 seconds off the clock.
Absolutely. Let's talk about it.
That's too much time to give my homeboy, man. Then of course Mahomes came through. You know, he hit Damian Williams. Was at the out of bounds play. I thought he was out of bounds when he threw it to him. I thought he was out of bounds.
You talking about the one he scored on?
He scored not the end of the game run. Not that. I'm talking about when he threw it to him on the screen. It was a screen pass.
It's crazy because one of my friends thought he was too, but I didn't think he was, and my other friend was like, I couldn't see it, so I didn't make a comment.
I thought he was out of bounds. His toe was out of bounds. Plus, I don't even think he got into.
He was cold in the Jordan 1s.
Hey, every time he
needed to tiptoe the sideline, he did it, bro.
But yeah, man, they only took 37 seconds off the clock, man, which 47 seconds, and also they only ran the ball 22 times.
The Chiefs ran the ball more than the 49ers did.
It seemed like they ran it more, but then you look at the
Chiefs
box score,
scored,
it was like 22 times.
Because Damian Williams had 17 by himself.
It was just chunk plays. That's why it seemed like they were just running it down their throat.
I think he should have got the MVP. Him or Tyreek Hill. That's why I think he should have got the MVP yesterday. Because Tyreek Hill had 9 for 114. But he had no tuds. If he had a touchdown, he probably would have won that.
My dog was going for the MVP, and they started double teaming him. They was like, nah, he ain't gonna have
Kelsey. Yeah,
like,
nah, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
What about your other boy, Richard Sherman, in the fourth quarter? He was looking lost out there.
I told you he can't guard nobody.
that was what I was wondering from the start of the game.
Why
Why he was playing so much pressure? Like, back off a little bit. You don't have the speed. You don't have the athletic ability anymore.
Did they start going man in the fourth quarter? That's why he started getting
But they were pressuring most of the game. He was up on his man most of the game.
Even when you run zone, at some point it turns into man because you got a responsibility.
Absolutely.
So, I believe the play he got beat, he was a man. I believe the play he got beat, he was a man. But he had safety help. But I mean, kind of.
Because I thought the safety was playing in the middle of the field.
The safety was playing the hash.
Basically, Sherman played.
Sherman thought he was going inside.
And that's basically what he played.
He was going to undercut.
He thought he had out-thought Mahomes on that play, and basically Watkins cut back outside, and he was wide open.
Because most people don't cut inside to go straight up the field. They usually cut inside to go inside.
But you got everybody on that team who got 4-1.
Exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying. Why are you playing so close? Back off a little bit. Give yourself a chance.
So Darrell Reeves might have a little something to say about that because, you know.
But he didn't make a point because we all know that.
Who?
Sherman's not a lockdown corner like that.
But people wasn't really blaming it. Sherman made a bad play, but they was blaming it on the other guy. What's his name?
The safety?
No, the other corner on the other side.
Mostert?
No, it's the running back. It's Emmanuel something.
Mosley. That's what it is.
Mosley. Emmanuel Mosley.
I don't know why I said Mosley.
But if you look at it, they ran the exact. So the Patriots.
What play are you talking about? The Watkins play?
It was the Tyreek Hill.
And it was Mosley.
On 3rd and 15.
It was Mosley because his man, basically, they ran zone.
They was in zone. No, you good.
But he was already covered. The man who was crossing was already covered. So he should have went with Tyreek Hill when he went on the post.
But what happened was, they ran this play. So it's 2 coincidences. Green Bay ran this play on the 49ers, but Mosley picked it. But the Chiefs ran it against the Patriots when they played the Patriots. But what they did was Andy Reid, being the offensive guru that he added a wrinkle to it. So what he did was, basically it was like he's running a skinny post, Tyreek Hill. But he ran a skinny post till he was within about 3 yards of the safety.
And then cut out.
Then he cut out. But the safety was already turned.
Yeah.
And of course, once Mosley sees that he's 3 yards from the safety, he's gonna undercut that slant on like he did against Green Bay. But then he didn't know Tyreek Hill. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because if you see Tyreek Hill coming,
so basically what you're saying, he was trying to jump the route pretty much, and got caught slipping, and then he had to turn his hips and go outwards. So that's. But I mean, Patrick Mahomes barely even got the ball.
That's the whole thing.
I feel like
it was so many plays last night when they were
right 45 yards,
and because he knew where his man was going to be, and that's what makes it amazing about Patrick Mahomes. He threw the ball up there. Right where he knew it for his man.
I thought it was going to be picked. The way he threw it and how much air he had on it, like I thought
he got it so far over to the sideline.
It was perfect.
Like, Colin called it. Said it was it wasn't Colin. It was who was it? Not Colin. The dude that hates on LeBron.
Jason Whitlock?
No.
Skip Bayless?
Break him up, Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless called it a punt. Skip Bayless called it
a punt. It was. It went straight up in the air.
He said he even called it like a punt.
I said this was a rap, but I don't talk about Jason Whitlock. Dude, man, buddy, sound like. But anyway, anyways, we're ready to take a quick commercial break here on Radio Lex 93.9 FM.
Whitewashed.
Yeah, he is. When we come back, we'll talk about who was to blame for yesterday's loss.
That's why I try to tell Bravo, Chris Jones' partner, I was like, bro, you can't blame it on Mosley because you don't expect nobody to run a corner route when they run in the post.
But it's almost like, why did he cover? If the man's already covered going.
Yeah, but I thought they hit two underneath already, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He had one, and he was running. If he would have cut, he had that small window, but if he keeps going, he's running
right to somebody. And that's why Mosley should have just went out with, man.
You didn't trust his instincts.
But see, the reason why it's confusing is because usually when a person runs a corner route, they start off on the outside, they run in, they cut up, and then they go back out. Yeah. But he just ran straight all the way to the safety and then cut out.
He just went into the zone.
So if I'm a safety's like, damn, this nigga's coming at me 4-3. Let me go ahead and go down here. Safety's gone.
He just trying to stay caught up. 49ers.
It was comedy because they did the freeze frame. And when they did the freeze frame, he was just in between Reek and Watkins. And he was just like,
what you want me to do?
Yeah, he's like, nah, ain't no point in me running now.
And we back on Radio Lex 93.9 FM Beyond the Game. We're talking about Super Bowl recap. And hold on, you had 49ers yesterday, right, when we did the show?
I did.
You had the 49ers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Because I thought that
you believe
the front
Jimmy
four
G
of the 49ers defense would have got to.
They did, though.
And they did. And
they did.
And that's why we about to get to this blame game.
They did.
I should have made more bets. I was pretty accurate. I said the score was going to be 31-28 Chiefs.
31-20.
I thought they would at least score one more.
I thought they were going to score on that last
year. I told you. Chiefs was going to throw it 40 times or run it 20 times.
I'd be dang. That's
bad.
They
almost ran 30 times.
Garoppolo, he got over 20, didn't
he? He got 25, I think.
Over 20 and 25. He was going to have to.
In the L. But anyways, Daniel, I'm going to throw it to you first. Who's to blame for the loss yesterday? Go ahead.
I got to go.
Go ahead. You say so many?
I mean, it's a few places you can go with it.
Bro, I'm going to Jimmy G. He didn't have a good game, bro.
Jimmy G?
Okay. You can't. There's no way you can say Jimmy G had a good game.
He didn't have a good game.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is Jimmy G, so I actually thought he played an okay game.
But
I thought he played a Jimmy G type of game yesterday.
I agree.
Like he gave them what you expected him to give them yesterday. So I don't think he won or lost the game for them.
But see, I can't wrap my head around what people think Jimmy G is because you got some
Kirk
people.
Cousins.
No, but I'm saying,
worse.
You got some people that thought he was going to replace Tom Brady. And then you got the people that say he's a game manager, but then when he has games like he did against the Saints and a couple other teams, then they're like, oh, he killed the...
But those are anomalies because he wasn't consistent with games like that. So, I mean...
He had like 3 or 4.
I mean, take buddy to play for the Bucs last year. I can't think of his name. Fitzpatrick. Yeah. He'll have a stretch where he'll have put up 2-3 good games, and then the rest of the season he's just trash. Yeah. Jimmy G, like he'll have 2 or 3 great games, and then the rest of the games he's just average or above average. So I think Jimmy G actually played this type of game yesterday. So who you got to blame to? You said Jimmy G.
You gotta show up in the championship.
But why would you expect Jimmy G
to do anything he's
well, you picked him for MVP though, but
no, I didn't.
You picked him for MVP yesterday though.
If they was bold enough to give me this contract before I even proved anything, I gotta you repay him somehow.
He did. He did just enough yesterday to. I mean, minus the 2 interceptions, but one came at the end of the game where Tyrann Mathieu just made a heck of a play.
And the one he just threw up, I was like, why'd you throw the ball?
Yeah.
The one to Breland. It made no sense.
But the defense really melted down in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So the defense is to blame.
They were tired.
I put it on the defense.
They were tired.
So was the defense tired then?
Yeah. And this is the reason why.
Because of Shanahan's play call.
Because in them last 2 drives, they went right out there and they took 2 drives, maybe took a minute and a half.
Yeah.
I'm right back on the field. Trust me, I can relate. You don't worn out after you've been on the field for 60 plays.
And that's why Mr. Walker.
I think it was 74 to 55, the play description. 49ers said 74, Chiefs only had 55 yesterday.
The blame goes to Shanahan.
That's where I was going with it.
I mean, stop it, man. I mean,
it's just a collective.
Listen, Shanahan's he's a good coordinator. He's a great play caller. We're not going to take nothing away from him. But we've seen his last 2 performances in the biggest games of the season. Against Atlanta.
The Patriots.
No, I'm saying when he was a coordinator for Atlanta against the
Patriots.
Patriots, I'm sorry. And then last night against the Chiefs. I don't get it.
Scared.
But it's like you scared that Patrick Mahomes is going to score, but you giving him as many chances as he wants to score. Like, you feeding into him.
Yeah.
Like, if you so worried about him scoring, run the ball. Let's run some clock off. Let's get some clock going.
Nah, bro. I seen the stat today. The last 2 Super Bowls with Kyle Shanahan was the main offensive play caller.
46-9.
You seen that too?
Yeah, absolutely.
7 possessions in the fourth quarter. He scored 0 points.
Absolutely.
And then I scored 46-0.
And he only ran 6 times.
But I thought you would have learned from the first time against the Patriots.
I just don't understand the playing scared though.
It's
the Super Bowl.
I think, man, to be honest, I think he was scared the whole game.
He was.
I think he was scared the whole game.
I think he was shocked to be up 10 with that little time left. But it's the thing.
And then started playing conservative.
You always try to keep your play calling mixed up. But if you mix it up the wrong way, then you got to throw. Yeah. And that's the problem. If you go out and you pass on first down and it's incomplete, and then you run on second down,
you gotta pass on
then you gotta pass. Yeah. You can't run it no more. So then
unless you 3rd and 2 or whatever the case.
Yeah.
But something like that. But if you still 3rd and long, then of course you gotta pass.
Or if you come out run, and then those 2 runs only get you 5 yards, you still gotta throw it.
They were averaging 5 yards a carry. I don't understand.
I thought it was 6.
If even that, I'm just saying, if you gonna lose the game by running the ball. I feel like they played the game right into Pat Mahomes' hands. And Pat Mahomes did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Kyle Shanahan did exactly what he was supposed to do to the fourth quarter. Then after the fourth quarter came, he was like, bro, I don't know. What we supposed to do?
I feel like it kind of started in the 3rd.
You think so?
But the defense was holding up in the 3rd. Like, the 49ers weren't really doing much.
They were driving, but they always got the stop they needed in the red, like between that 40 and 20-yard line.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like their offense wasn't doing much. It's just the defense was holding up.
Man, I was man.
That costed them too. The 49ers. The 49ers had 3rd and 10. The Chiefs stopped them. Yeah. But they lined up off sides. Yep. Mm-hmm. So they was 3rd and 5 and they didn't convert and had to kick a field goal. Yep. They kept getting field goals. That should have been 7 points.
They kept getting field goals then as well. Yeah, I think the 49ers, like I said, I think they blew it more than the Chiefs wanted because Pat Mahomes, like I was telling him before you came in here, picked the last game of the season to have the worst game of the season. Like, he was, I don't know if he was uptight, if he was nervous, if they was just like mixing so many different coverages, he couldn't read it.
That's why I gave credit.
Manhandling his man.
I don't know what it was, and they was getting to him too. Like he didn't have enough time to
credit to San Francisco's defense. I felt like they confused Mahomes a little bit. As great as he is, they confused him in that game, and it showed for 3 quarters.
But the thing is that if you watch Mahomes all season, he can get out of pocket, still make plays. That's why I was not understanding. Like yesterday, he was getting out of pocket, and he still looked like he was confused out there.
Because
like
they were still playing.
He still didn't know where to go to.
Man, that zone is tough.
When you're a home run team, it takes. I mean, you need at least 5 seconds for plays to develop. Yep. But shit,
it was on him.
You know what I mean? Bosa's back there in 2 seconds, so it's just like I don't know where to go with this. Yeah. I mean, it's one thing. The Chiefs have a pretty good offensive line. The consistent was, I mean, Armstead might have got through here and there, but
he did. I think he got a sack yesterday too.
Bosa was consistently
every time.
Like he had
every time.
I think like he said he had like 60% of the pressures.
So why didn't they start running towards his way? If he's gonna start just rushing the quarterback, obviously he's not playing the run. Yeah. Just go ahead and start running in his direction, slow him down a little bit.
In the game, they did. You see what happened? In the game, they broke a 35-yard run, but
dang.
I like the
play
call in the red zone. They went throwback for the. You
talking about the Kelsey touchdown?
1948.
That instinct move they pulled where they
did the little spin.
Come on. I said 49ers, this is what we gonna lose to. They got to do a dance move, dancing with the stars.
That was all right, man.
What's wrong with that, Ralph?
I didn't like it, man.
You didn't like it? Why? Because you had the 49ers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, you just.
But who's your football team though?
I'm a Broncos fan.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I guess you just wanted to keep it on the west side.
I don't know why he's a
Stop
Broncos
it,
fan.
man. Why you a Buccaneers fan?
Because
y'all ain't been good since Warren Sapp.
First of all, watch your tone. I don't like the way you're talking to me.
You heard what I said. To all y'all Buccaneers fans.
We'll be out next year.
Trash.
We'll talk about, NFL and what the teams that who did make the playoffs, what they need to do going into next year. Matter of fact, what y'all need to do next year? Who?
Get a quarterback.
I got one.
We have a Hall of Fame GM who was a quarterback, John Elway, and he has no way out. Hell! You cannot scout telling you a Hall of Fame quarterback.
It's the Michael
We
Jordan
have
effect.
not had a good quarterback since you've been GM.
It's the Michael Jordan
Come
effect.
on,
Where
man.
you so great at your
Man.
sport, you don't know how to evaluate talent because
ridiculous,
you way
man.
up here,
It's
so
ridiculous, bro.
you don't know how to be like, okay, he's good at this, he's good at that. You just
We got Drew Lock.
I don't know how you can't see it though.
That's why I was here.
I don't know. Like I can never. Anytime I see anybody, I'll be like, yeah, he needs to go somewhere.
Yeah,
He should be out here just playing with us still.
You don't want me to go down the list, man. Like we've had some,
yeah.
I like the quarterback y'all got right now.
Yeah.
But I
We'll
wouldn't.
see. We'll see.
My quarterback's better though. But anyways,
Jameis?
yeah.
He is.
So
He's better than Locke.
You got taken.
But look, that's the competition. Is that his level?
Nah, he's
that's
up there
what
on
you compare him
Mahomes.
to.
Nah, he's up there on Mahomes.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. If y'all got Jameis though, y'all be all
He
right.
probably would.
Yeah.
Because Sutton's up.
He's still gonna throw 20, 25 interceptions, but hey.
Next year is 10.
Why can't y'all ever get a tight end either for real? Well, Fant's all right.
Yeah, we've had some decent like backup tight ends, but we've never since Sharp. I guess we ain't had like a legit
It's
tight end.
trash. But anyways, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, I want to talk to Daniel because it's a game coming up this weekend too.
Talk about it.
I want to talk to you about it.
Talk about it.
Do you really want to talk to me about it?
Yes.
Man, what you mean, bruh?
Oh, okay.
What you mean, bruh? We'll talk about that too to get into it. And we'll also talk about what happened over the past weekend with somebody else's team.
It's okay. Everybody take losses.
I wasn't even talking about you. I was talking about me.
Yeah.
but since you brought it up, bro.
I thought I took it personal.
Did
you?
you?
I thought you was talking to me.
Oh, I wasn't expecting us to win. I didn't get to see the game.
But y'all got y'all spoil back though.
Yeah,
What is he? Who is he gonna do? That's one man.
Watch your mouth.
They claim he's like 30 a game.
Watch your mouth.
Still ain't enough.
Being real disrespectful right now, bro. Watch, I bet he put up 25 against this other team.
The team, they must be talking about.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah. That team to play is Cameron.
He don't want no smoke.
I'll
Y'all play this weekend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let y'all have that.
Yeah.
And it's a Cameron? You
yeah.
don't want no smoke.
25.
25 what?
He's putting up 25.
Oh, I thought you was betting 25.
Nah, I ain't
I
got
was
that
gonna
much.
throw my hand out.
Nah. Now, hold on. What's the point? What's the point? We might put some up. I can see what the points are. At Cameron, I'm pretty sure y'all favored by 7.
I'll probably give you 7.
Yeah,
I gotta look it up.
Yeah, we might.
Give him some.
We might have to
We're
talk.
talking about Tar Heels.
Anyways, we're going to take a quick commercial break here. When we come back, we'll still go over the NFL. We'll talk about some of the things that happened on the field, the over-under. I forgot who had the over-under yesterday. We'll talk about Patrick Mahomes. Did he solidify himself as the best quarterback in the NFL yesterday?
I think everybody missed that over-under. Oh, shoot. I mean, like the majority of people that bet, like they missed that over-under.
Yep.
And Shannon Sharp ended up switching at the last minute and he picked the 49ers by 2.
For real?
After he rolled Mahomes all year.
All year long, yeah.
It was that defense, man. I think a lot of people had faith in that defense. They almost got there.
I heard my man that played for the Chiefs last year, he messed with Dre. What's his name? I forgot his name.
No, it's not Scam.
Orlando Scam.
did.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know he played for the Chiefs last year.
I guess he bet a huge bag on it. He came up.
Damn. That's
Yeah.
what's up, man.
But shit, ain't got nothing else to do out here.
It's like, just
Yeah.
bet us some money. Yeah. Wish I had. I would have bet. I can't really take too many bets.
Yeah, he was on Undisputed earlier talking about it. I didn't think he would have came back.
That's what I was going to say after Shannon Sharp.
That's the thing.
He's
Like,
like, you up here with me?
even if you're right, you can't argue with somebody that's in the Hall of Fame.
No.
You always gonna be wrong. You
You
know?
up here with me?
It was how he came off, though. That's why I feel like Shannon reacted like that. He just came off kind of...
He's always kind of arrogant anyway. He's kind of corny. Yeah, I like him, but he's corny. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me get to that, too.
Yeah, I was already out here. So I told you, I said, I'm leaving the courthouse. I'm trying to pay a speeding ticket.
Shit, I gotta go do the same thing. Yeah, dude, he called me at 4 o'clock in the morning off Roselle's Road.
That's where I got mine at.
Was he sitting like in that little ditch thing?
Yeah, I tried to avoid it.
Hey, bro, when I seen you come out, I just kept on going like, shit.
Nah, I tried to hit him with the okey doke. Bro tried to come up on me. I slowed down and let him go in front of me.
Yeah.
So we just was riding, and bro was like this, and I'm like this. So then bro put his blinker on to get over in the middle lane. So I put my blinker on and got behind him. I'm like, let's go first. So then we keep driving, and we getting closer to Harrisburg Road exit. Bro hits the brakes, so I hit the brakes, and then he pulls over into the emergency lane. I could have kept going past, but I'm like, I'm not letting him get behind me.
Yeah.
So I pulled over behind him. So I know bro was probably spooked.
Yeah.
So he came to the car, but I just acted nice, you know what I mean? And then after we talked for a minute, he was like, well, I'm going to let you pull in front of me just because that's protocol. He said, plus, I just don't want you behind me. But he was cool, though.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I tried to see if I could. Because, see, if he would, I'm not going to lie to you, he was never behind me. So if he would have got past that exit, I would just stay behind him and hurried up and dipped off.
Dipped off in that little exit, yeah. Welcome back to Beyond the Game on Radio Lex 93.9 FM. We doing a Super Bowl recap. You know, we done talked about the winners and the losers, who's to blame and everything. So the two quarterbacks in the game. If you had to grade them, Ralph, what would you give Jimmy G? Your guy. I'm gonna start with you.
It's not my guy. So can you please stop putting that on record? He is not my guy.
MVP.
Right now,
you had him throwing for 330.
My guy.
You had him throwing for 330, 2 tuds yesterday.
I didn't say that.
Then he lost. Now you don't know who he is.
I give him a C.
You give him a C? Why?
I feel like he played a decent game.
I think he deserved more than that. What about you, Danny?
Think he deserved better than a C?
Yep. I actually think on the grade scale I gave him a B plus.
Jimmy G?
Jimmy Goo. Why you looking at me like
that?
Why you looking at me?
Nah, did we watch the same game?
Yeah, because like I said earlier, he played the game that I expected him to play, which is just do enough not to mess this up for us.
He had 2 turnovers.
That's what I was about to say. That turnover to Breland
I don't count the one at the end because he was just
trying to... The one to Breland was terrible.
No, the one at the end was to Tyrann Mathieu. He was just trying to throw down the field, trying to make something happen. So I really don't count that, but it's still 2 interceptions. But for the most part, I think he played a halfway decent game, man. He did what he's supposed to do.
I gotta go C minus.
Why?
Because it's just like...
What was y'all expecting him to do, though?
I wasn't expecting anything, but he didn't play a good game.
To be Aaron Rodgers, but you can't have 2 turnovers. Look, the turnovers, I expect turnovers from Jimmy G. But my thing is, bro, you getting paid $27 million. You should be able to read the field and read the defense.
He did.
No,
but you got people
he didn't.
You got people with nobody by him, and you can't make the throw, or you can't see it. You know what I mean? You throwing in the coverage. Or you throwing to nobody.
Directly to the line.
I can't give you no B.
But I'm saying, though, he played the equivalent to Patrick Mahomes yesterday.
I give Patrick Mahomes yesterday a B. Even. No B minus, no B plus, B.
Why you get a B?
3 touchdowns.
But he got 2 picks, though. You just gave Jimmy G a C for 2 interceptions, but you give Pat Mahomes a B and he got 2 interceptions.
One touchdown, 2 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
You want to know why I agree with him on the B?
I don't care. I don't care.
You know what? I might give him a B plus. You know why?
Oh, Jimmy G?
I'm talking about Pat Mahomes. Jimmy G's got a C and he ain't getting nothing more.
So why Pat Mahomes get a B?
Because I feel like the threat. He had Shanahan scared. He had the 49ers scared. Even at having a bad game, they were so scared of what he might do, even before he had done it.
Yeah.
You got to give the man credit. No, he took Shanahan completely out of his game plan. He was having a bad game.
No, he didn't. So
he did. Why did Shanahan throw the ball? trying to keep up with what Pat Mahomes was about to do.
No, he didn't. That was just Kyle
He
Shanahan.
can tell they got the rhythm.
He spooked up one man.
Yeah.
One man.
Andy Reid.
One man.
Andy Reid. He got out coached by Andy
Pat
Reid.
Mahomes deserves a B+. You might almost give him more than that, man.
I gave him a C.
They won the game because of Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes.
But you gave Jimmy G a B+.
Yup.
We're talking about Q. He's a Buccaneers fan. Let's talk about it.
My here was Stephen A. Smith.
Because, man, look, I'm looking at Jimmy G. He was 20 for 31, 219, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. That's a Jimmy G game. You take it to the bank that he's going to throw and have a game like that. 1 touchdown, 2 picks. He only completed, 9 passes, 11 passes? I can roll with that.
Anytime in the red zone with Jimmy G as the quarterback, did you think that they were going to
score?
But
y'all guys.
Did you think they was going to score?
26 for 42, and you only got 286?
But you got 3 touchdowns.
No, he got 2. He was 2 and 2.
In the most crucial moment of the game.
Pass for 2, he ran for 1.
Oh, well, they don't count. I ain't running touchdown. I'm not here about that.
Rushing touchdowns don't count.
No, rushing touchdowns don't count. But anyways, yeah, he was 26 of 42 for 286. So if you throw 42 times, are you expected to get 286 yards if you Patrick Mahomes? If I told you, let's ignore everything else.
Yards don't matter.
If I just came in here and told you Patrick Mahomes threw the ball 42 times in the game, what would you think his yards total would be?
Against the number 1 defense, probably about 285. Only because it's the number 1 defense. If it was the Packers, I expect them to have 420.
But if you that guy, it shouldn't matter who the number 1 defense is. If you that
guy,
he
proved that he was that guy. That's why.
With 2 interceptions.
Yeah. With how many touchdowns in the most crucial moment of the game?
With 2 interceptions.
Who won the game? Who won the game?
Andy Reid's play calling.
You crazy.
Andy Reid's play calling won the game. That's who won it.
This is why the yards don't matter.
Why don't they matter?
I can go out here and throw for 600 yards, but if I ain't throwing no touchdowns, we losing.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, remember that against the Eagles?
Yeah.
500 plus yards.
Mm-hmm. He had 1 or 2 touchdowns.
L.
Yeah, he had the L.
So them 3 touchdowns is what's important.
Yeah, but the thing is, if the 49ers ran the ball, we would have a totally different conversation about Pat Mahomes. So he got saved because Kyle Shanahan got spooked. That's all that was.
Of him!
No,
of him! And what he was going to do.
Andy Reid
of him and what he was going to do. Come on, give that man credit.
Take away Damian Williams' 35-yard touchdown run, put it back to 24 to 20. Mm-hmm. Even if the 49ers go down and score, then they only up 3.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes is going to go right down. They're going to get that field goal.
No, they're not.
You crazy, man. You're crazy.
They had the number 1 kicker.
Okay.
In the NFL.
So we're going with your logic, okay? So we're going to go with your logic. What did Patrick Mahomes do through the first 3 quarters that would lead you to believe he's going to go on a game time drive like that?
Did you see
Simply because he's Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, but like you said yesterday,
not even that for me though.
Like you said yesterday, what has he done? He's never played in this big game either. So you expect him to already just automatically be able to go there?
I expect Patrick Mahomes to make the great plays.
Yes,
I did say. I said Patrick Mahomes is gonna have a great game. That's why I was scared to pick the 49ers.
26 to 42 is great.
He had a better game than Jimmy G.
No, he didn't. Jimmy G played a great game yesterday.
No, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, if he was.
Because like
Jimmy, your boy Drew Lock. It was Drew Lock.
When you first came on the show yesterday, he gave us some numbers. He said 18 out of the top 25 players in the NFL were on San Francisco. Yeah. And what's the first thing you said? What does that mean? What does that equate to?
Patrick Mahomes is that guy.
No, he said a Chiefs win.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said. Because it meant nothing.
Yes, it did.
Because it was one man, and that's what everybody was worried about. Patrick Mahomes.
Quarterback's most important position.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. But like you said earlier, the play calling got to go into effect as well. So Shanahan's play calling actually helped Mahomes out. So it wasn't like Mahomes was out there lighting it up and Kyle Shanahan was over like, man, how do we stop this guy? Kyle Shanahan had the game in the bag. He had the game.
But mentally he didn't because he was still feared about what Patrick Mahomes was going to do. Yes,
he knew that wasn't going to be the last time.
Exactly. He knew it, man. He wanted Garoppolo and the 49ers to score. He knew he needed this amount of points before it was over and Patrick Mahomes can't come back.
He just stopped doing what got him to that point.
We know that, though.
He knew the 20 points wasn't enough.
He knew it.
In Patrick Mahomes' whole career, he's only scored on the 25 points once.
Y'all totally right. But at that point, they was down 20-10 going in the fourth quarter. I'll take those odds. And I will keep running the ball like I've been doing
for the whole season. Know that.
You also got to look at the playoffs. 24-0. Right back.
You're right.
Talk about it.
Down 10 against the Titans.
It's nothing.
21 straight.
I do this in my sleep.
So he knew 20-10. They can score 21 points in 4 minutes.
Yeah, they sure can.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. But at the same time, what was going on through the first 3 quarters, like I said, that will make you believe. Those first 3 quarters, if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm like, okay, we got him. We got him shook a little bit.
This is why they threw it.
He's playing out of the ordinary. Like, we might have a chance here. He's not going to be able to score 4 quick times. But instead, he... for whatever reason, okay, you know what, let's start throwing the ball a little bit. For whatever reason.
And when you said for whatever reason, it's just for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
they did what y'all said.
Say what the reason is, though, Q.
They did what y'all said.
Man.
No, they did what y'all said. So, when they up 20-10 with, it was between 10 and 12 minutes. That drive, they came out, they ran, threw it on 3rd down. Jimmy G messed it up.
Yeah.
So the next time he's like
B+.
So then he was
B+.
like, well,
is he not allowed to have an incomplete
so look. She's like, well then they're starting to stop the run. They stacking the box. We ran 2 times and we only got 5 yards. We was at 3rd and 5 anyway. Let's run play action because play action's been working. That's the only reason he had 20 completions.
Show you right.
So they go play action, run play action.
Mm-hmm.
Sit him wide open.
Mm-hmm.
He don't even see him.
Right.
B+.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this: Did Patrick Mahomes hit everybody that was wide open yesterday?
He didn't have to.
He did.
People wide open.
So now he ain't got nobody wide open.
He missed that Tyreek Hill play underthrown.
So that's my point. So the point is that QB's
the one where he came back and it hit the ground. It looked like he caught it at first, but when they did the
the one he threw behind him.
No.
They
overruled it.
Yeah,
It was a catch at
Tyreek
first, and then they came back and overruled it.
Now, I was going to say, because the one he threw the interception on, where Tyreek Hill hit him in the arm, he threw a no-look pass. So it was off a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, so we out there just throwing no-look pass.
He's that cold.
That's the guy I give him.
He's that
cold.
So he threw the no-look pass, and what happened again?
It got tipped.
Oh, okay.
It's not like he threw it directly to the DB. It got tipped.
So it hit Tyreek. Where'd you say it hit him at?
It hit him right here. Tyreek Hill had a chance to catch it. He juggled it.
So it's Tyreek Hill. It's not Pat Mahomes' fault. It's Tyreek Hill's fault.
No, I don't agree with it always, but they said the rule is if it hits you in the hands, it's on you.
So
catch it.
So it's Tyreek's fault. Okay.
That's what he said.
So y'all going with the Tom Brady logic. It's everybody else's fault. It's just never the quarterback's fault.
All I know is that they gave that man a
throwing
chance.
a no-look pass in the Super Bowl is crazy, but he can do it.
He can do it.
I mean, just for you to not even look at somebody and still have it accurate enough for it to be able to hit his arm and you're not looking, and that's a bad throw.
Where we come from,
It's cold.
We call that luck. We call that luck.
What's the word that Stephen A uses? Blasphemy.
What?
The fact that you gave Jimmy G
a B. I'm giving Jimmy G a B+ because he played the exact game. He played the exact game that I thought he was going to. He did. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes for 3 quarters. Say he didn't.
San Francisco outplayed.
Say he didn't outplay
San Francisco.
Boy, y'all won't give
They
him.
played the Chiefs for 3 quarters.
No, Jimmy G, because he didn't do anything that would put the ball in harm's way outside of the one interception, outside of harm's way to where, no, the second one, they don't count. At a harm's way to where Patrick Mahomes would keep getting the ball back.
Do you want Jimmy G in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, he can sit on the bench for us.
I'm going to tell you now, if Jimmy G played for the Chiefs, they wouldn't even have been in the Super Bowl.
Talk about it.
Oh, he would already had a ring. They would have won last year when they played Tom Brady. Why are you looking over there? But I'm just saying, this is the same guy Bill Belichick is. So if Bill Belichick had him, would they be in the Super Bowl?
Bill Belichick and Andy Reid run 2 totally different types of
But
offenses.
if Bill Belichick had Jimmy G, would they still be in the Super Bowl?
This year?
Would the
This
Patriots be?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
They don't have no weapons.
Because the Chiefs are too much. Patrick Mahomes is too much.
No.
I actually think Jimmy G plays for the perfect coach for his plays call. Because
I don't.
Bill Belichick's not going to run all those misdirection
Shanahan
plays
has
and all
no
that.
confidence in Jimmy G. I don't know how this marriage is going to work. He has no confidence in Jimmy G.
I mean,
And
from
you
an
can see
offensive standpoint.
You can see it.
Because Belichick's not going to run all these misdirections and reverses. So you really going to have to lean on Jimmy G. And if he's missing easy throws.
So you basically
But
just said that
every quarterback misses easy.
Cal disguises all this offense so
So
that they don't have to count on Jimmy G. Is basically what he said.
So that's why he's with the perfect coach, in my opinion. I have never heard anybody say, well, we got Jimmy G. He can throw it 40 times and we got this.
49ers fans,
I mean,
Chris Jones.
I'm just saying.
I don't think Jimmy G's the answer.
So
I've been telling Chris they were going to win.
Patrick Mahomes threw it 42 times and only had 286. Jimmy G threw it 31 and had 219. Come on, bro. Like, come on. Y'all really gonna give that dude that much
Are we
credit?
comparing yards or touchdowns? Because the points wins the game.
I'm comparing the overall game because
Patrick
one
Mahomes
man.
got lucky.
If I got 500 yards rushing and you got 400 yards rushing, but neither one of us have a touchdown, we tied.
But like you said, that goes back to Kyle Shanahan's play calling. The fourth quarter, Kyle Shanahan's play calling got him shook.
Did Kyle Shanahan make Jimmy G miss the pass on 3rd and 5 where they got bailed out from 3rd and 10? And they was on the 25-yard line.
But then
all he needed was to get that first down.
But y'all keep saying it as if Patrick Mahomes was hitting every single wide receiver the whole game. Like,
Can I say something?
No.
Every time we say something about Jimmy G, you go back to Patrick Mahomes. That's like the LeBron thing that y'all do. Every time LeBron does something wrong, you say this is what Jordan didn't do.
This is what we gonna do. Take away all their yards.
Okay.
Lord.
Take away all their yards.
All right.
Touchdown for 6 points.
Right.
He has 18 points.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes does. Mm-hmm. Jimmy G has 6. Who wins?
Jimmy G.
You cannot talk Larry to Q
because San Francisco defense is gonna score 21 and we good. That's
crazy.
Because like you said, they were tired yesterday. That's But anyways, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about that guy, Patrick Mahomes, and if he solidified himself as the #1 quarterback in the NFL yesterday.
That's written in stone already.
I don't think so.
Of course.
Unbelievable.
LeBron play tonight. He gonna do.
Nah, he texted me today. He said, like Uncle Shay said, Miss Tripp Doug's gonna pay a visit. She gonna pay a visit tonight.
Miss Tripp Doug.
Miss Tripp Doug gonna pay a visit tonight.
Who said that, LeBron?
Yeah. We got the emotional game out of our system now. You know what I'm saying? So
man, y'all play at the Kings, bro. I don't want to hear about that.
Oh, that's your squad.
It is.
The Kings in your squad?
Yeah.
You must have been with us since Patriots.
He just don't like winning. That's all. He's a UK fan, a Broncos fan, a Kings fan. I don't know. He just don't like winning.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. He definitely not bandwagon. I know that.
Nah, man, that's my squad, man.
So y'all just out there wasting De'Aaron Fox.
I don't like De'Aaron Fox.
You don't like him?
My starting point guard.
I
don't
do.
at all. I don't like his game. I'm a different type of starting point guard, man.
What you want, a Chris Paul?
Absolutely.
I
want a floor general, man.
How many rings Chris Paul got?
But
they didn't work no more.
It's an overall team.
They work. Yeah, welcome back to Beyond the Game on 93.9 Radio Lex. What was you about to say, Daniel?
I was just going to say his style of basketball is not going to get it done anymore.
You talking about Chris Paul?
Yeah.
He's a dinosaur now. Yeah.
I still think he's one of the best point guards, and he's the only reason why the team is winning. But
yeah, for sure.
It's if Steph Curry and Clay and people like that was playing, KD was playing.
Nah,
yeah,
he wouldn't even be relevant. But anyways, let's talk about y'all boys. That light skinned dude, Patrick Mahomes, did yesterday.
You?
Well, I thought you said shout out to the light skin yesterday.
That's what I said. You?
The thing is, he didn't represent us real well yesterday.
The little kid thought you was Pat Mahomes. He want to be disrespectful.
If that was me out there, I'd have thrown for 400 and 4 touchdowns. But anyways,
in a loss.
No, we won it. We pulled that
thing. You would have been Dak Prescott.
we pulled that thing out yesterday, man. But so did yesterday pretty much solidify him as the NFL's best quarterback? Yesterday, I don't think so.
He was already the NFL's best quarterback.
Was he?
His first 2 years starting, he.
We don't want to go down the numbers.
If it wasn't for D Ford, his first 2 years starting, he would have went to the Super Bowl twice.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
would have went to the Super Bowl twice. If he didn't get hurt, he would have won the MVP twice.
But his defenses ain't that good.
Nah, I don't think he'd have won the MVP.
I think it would have been a good chance Pat Mahomes.
Nah, I don't think they would have gone back to back this year. If he didn't miss those 2 games when he was out with his dislocated kneecap. I don't think.
I think Lamar had it.
I think Lamar had it just because of the dynamic of it. Yeah, I think it was just more exciting. And there's like, okay, we seen Pat Mahomes. If you're not putting up the 50 and 10, yeah.
But if he didn't get hurt, he probably would have had about 35.
I was gonna say 35, 40, somewhere around there. And
which is still probably. I don't think who else threw for more than 35. I don't think nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
No, Jameis had 30.
Yeah,
but he had 30 interceptions.
Well,
but anyway, he balled out this year.
Yeah,
get out of here, man.
We did ball out.
He didn't do nothing.
Why you did ball
out?
Talk to him again.
Yeah,
y'all under 500?
Almost 5,100 yards.
Huh? Was your record under 500?
Who's in the playoffs?
It's another reason why a lot of yards aren't good because you leave too much time.
Exactly.
A lot of passing yards.
Which is why Kyle Shanahan got shook yesterday instead of just running the ball like we've been doing all season.
Because Mahomes can score like that because he's passing. Running, you get.
For some reason, you don't want to give Patrick Mahomes his credit. I really don't understand it.
Damian Williams saved Patrick Mahomes yesterday.
David Williams, I
He played a
wouldn't
good
have been
game.
mad if he was the MVP.
He played a good game. He did.
19 for 104, one touchdown. Yeah.
Oklahoma running backs are pretty good.
He saved Pat Mahomes yesterday. He saved his legacy.
Yeah.
He did.
Right with Shanahan would have saved Jimmy Guwap
He said he saved his legacy yesterday.
As long as, honestly, if I'm Mahomes, because he don't seem like he's a flamboyant guy, I would probably take a franchise tag next year. And
They're going to do that today.
Give that man his money, man.
No, because then if you plan on winning rings, the only reason why the Patriots got
you got to spread out the money. Yeah, you're right.
Because Tyreek Hill's, he's already paid, but
you're right.
if you want to keep Sammy, the good thing is Mecole Hardman's still on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll keep Robinson.
I don't
think. Well, what's
I think you can replace him.
Well, are y'all talking about just strictly for offense or the whole team in its totality? Because Chris Jones,
They already paid Frank Clark and.
But Chris Jones is about to become a free agent.
They're not letting him go.
Fuller's about to become a free agent.
They'll let Fuller go. They're not letting Chris Jones go.
You think so?
Nah, he's a bad boy on that front.
I don't know, bro.
You know, it's a good chance that he can go because they're gonna pay Pat. I feel like
they're gonna pay Pat, but
you can let Fuller go.
Yeah, that's what I'm not letting go.
So.
Chris
I like
Jones,
him,
man.
but you could let him go.
I'm sorry.
But I would get Fuller because
you got it. Well, Honey Badger's already got his contract.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is that the Chiefs are already ranked 26 against the run with Chris Jones. So I mean, really, if I pay him, then what am I paying for?
Chris Jones is
I don't think he's the issue.
Chris Jones is just.
I'm not saying he's the issue, but I'm saying is though, if I'm 26 against the run, and I pay this guy X amount of dollars, but we still already 26 with him. How much better are we getting?
So what they did was they swapped last year, like Houston. When they had Tom Bahali, people like that, D4, they were good at stopping the run, but not good at getting pressure on the pass rush. So they basically just swapped it up and got Frank Clark and Chris Jones.
Well, and they got Terrell Suggs. I don't think he made an impact yet, though.
He got a tip pass and he had like one pressure, I think.
Yeah.
He's old. I mean, he's been playing for 20 years.
I think it's a wrap after this year. I think you should go ahead and hang him up.
I think you should give the Chiefs defense a little bit more credit because you was kind of hating on them. They looked good yesterday. They looked the best, but they looked good yesterday.
The misdirections had them confused a little bit.
That's hard. It's hard. You don't. That motion is what gets a lot of people with San
Francisco. Again, Kyle Shanahan bailed him out yesterday.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
When your own safety says, "Man, I'm glad they stopped running the ball," like Kyle Shanahan bailed them out yesterday. So
because he was scared of Patrick Mahomes.
No, that's what Tyrann Mathieu said. Is I'm glad they stopped running, which is they bailed them out. That's what I'm saying.
Because Scout, man,
Kyle was not scared.
Yes, he was. There was a fear of what Pat Mahomes can and was going to do. Simple as that.
And then
he did basically say, we realized that field goals weren't going to get it done against this team. So he was like, we got to get some touchdowns.
We got to score.
Yeah. But why?
And we got to score fast is what he was thinking.
No, you don't.
That's why he stopped running the ball. Why would you stop running the ball?
No, I'm saying the score fast logic. Why would you do that and give Patrick Mahomes even more?
Then why not just run the ball?
That's what I'm saying.
We both saying that.
Because he was spooked.
But let's say they run the ball.
And Andy Reid.
Let's say they run the ball and they do what they've been doing. They ran the ball way down the field, but then they get to the 30 and they get stopped. Then they kick in the field goal. It's 23-10.
You're right.
Then they score 2 touchdowns. You still lost.
But no.
You know
but my whole thing is the time you're running off too while you doing that.
That's what I was going to say.
That helps you.
That's what I'm saying.
That
time, if they go down, according to your logic, if they go down, kick a field goal, whatever, it might be 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left.
About 4.5.
So 4.5, your defense now has got a chance to rest. So now the
San Francisco, it only takes a minute and 10 seconds to score.
No, I get that. I get that. But I'm saying all that time we went down the field, my defense is resting. So they ready. Okay, look, when we go out here, they're gonna try to run the ball.
Running the ball definitely gives the defense a rest.
So that's what I'm saying. So Kyle Shanahan just got shook. If they went down, got a field goal.
It's like he was killing himself twice. Like he was making his defense tired, and he was calling the wrong plays on offense.
So it's Kyle Shanahan's fault, right?
We know he's to blame.
Yeah.
But
I'm
he
not
feared
blaming it
Patrick
all on
Mahomes.
him because if you hit Kittle on both of them plays, your
I
drives
agree.
are still going.
Why do y'all keep saying
B+. He's not that guy. So stop, take that B+ away and give him like a C+.
If you covering my mans,
no,
and y'all that close to each other, but I'm Kittle and I'm over here and nobody's guarding me, and you throw it over there, how can I blame Shanahan for that? And I'm over here wide open, and the drive's sustained. It still keeps going.
The same way y'all blame Patrick Mahomes.
He almost tricked the one.
He
threw it almost at the ground. Bruh had to dive all the way on the
I ain't gonna talk about when he went down the field through the touchdown pass to the fullback, in tight coverage,
the fullback made all that happen.
See what I'm saying? Y'all don't give Jimmy G no credit.
Bruh got tackled immediately, shook the tackle off, and went 8 yards to the end zone.
Who got him the ball?
Bruh made another shoestring catch.
Who got him the ball?
You said Jimmy G was my guy.
Yeah.
He's joking. He's joking.
Hey, I gotta call James. We gotta get James on the phone.
That's what he said.
Y'all want to give my guy no love
show love to give
The
him.
craziest part is, was Jimmy G his guy yesterday?
No, he was
I
saying
didn't
no.
think
That's
so.
what
I
I'm
didn't think
getting.
so.
He opened my eyes.
Jones, you supposed to call him and
He opened my eyes.
What did Patrick Mahomes do to you?
He didn't do nothing yesterday.
You just don't like him?
Nah, he's cool.
I
He's
think
great.
what happened, bro. They said he
So who
looked
do you?
like him.
Okay, if you don't think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, who do you think he is?
Lamar Jackson.
Hit that music.
Lamar Bartholomew Jackson.
Hit that music button,
And
please.
the thing about me is I don't want to hate on Lamar Jackson.
I'm not
I
hating.
feel like he's a great talent, but he's not better.
He's
than
still
Patrick
on.
Mahomes.
He's still in the Jimmy G category.
Yeah.
Just it's all these.
We've seen two playoff
So
performances.
let me ask y'all
We've
this.
seen two playoff performances.
You never gonna be like, hey, just let Lamar throw it 40 times.
Yeah, we will. We'll get
Yeah,
to
they
that
did.
point.
They did that.
We'll get
And
to
you
that
see
point.
what happened?
Yeah, I've been
Straight
saying
loss.
that.
We'll get to
Yeah.
that point. Patrick Mahomes threw 42 times. They almost lost for one for Damon Williams. But does Patrick Mahomes make his wide receivers better?
Yes.
Who? Tyreek Hill was already Tyreek Hill. So who has he made better? Kelsey was already Kelsey. So who has he made better? So let me ask y'all this: if
Tyreek
you
Hill's had his best season under Mahomes.
that's because Andy Reid liked to throw it around. So that's the only reason why that is. But
What is your hate against Patrick Mahomes? What are we talking
He
about?
had Andy Reid. when they
Jimmy
had
Garoppolo
Alex
throws the ball
Smith.
perfect right to the right spot, but Patrick Mahomes,
So you
he's just out there.
You don't think
ducks, he's going ducks.
He's just out
you don't
there.
think Mahomes is better than Alex Smith?
Barely.
I'm sorry, behind the game family, I gotta go. Like, there's no way you really mean what you just now said, bro. Don't be disrespectful.
Barely. Alex Smith can barely throw the ball 35 yards.
Oh man,
No, stop
Patrick
it,
Mahomes
bro.
barely did too. If Patrick Mahomes played for the Patriots, would they have been in the Super Bowl?
Yes.
For sure.
Boy, this boy don't do no wrong.
Bro, you have the number one defense. His defense is
You
horrible.
know I ain't no
Chiefs
LeBron
defense
fan,
is
but that's the
horrible.
LeBron effect. Any
Right.
team that Pat's on, you got a good chance to be in that big game.
I don't
A
know.
very good chance.
I don't know, bro.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you what they would have did. I won't go as far as they would have been in the Super Bowl, but they definitely wouldn't have lost the first round. I can tell you that.
They probably would have. They probably would
They
have.
already had a legit defense, man.
Did they?
So the
Bro,
Patriots,
all they had to
they had a
do,
legit defense.
all the
I ain't
Patriots
saying
had to
the
do was
best.
score
I said
17
legit.
points and they would have won. They couldn't even score 17 points.
Who?
The
Oh,
Patriots.
the Patriots. That's because Tom Brady's washed, just like Patrick Mahomes. But
He
anyways,
got a couple more years left.
who's that?
Brady?
Nah.
I give him at least one more.
To do what? Play? I'll play at an elite level. That's two different conversations.
Play in an elite level.
I heard a scenario that the 49ers should pick up Brady for 2 years.
And do what?
What?
Teach Jimmy G or
Yeah,
something?
I would say that.
They saying the throws that he couldn't make or didn't see, the routes that he didn't see open, Brady would have made those.
That's easy money.
reads. Yeah,
Easy money.
he would have.
Nah.
Brady would have made those reads.
Yep.
Brady would have been on his back.
Nah.
Brady
Okay.
would've
And you
been
act like
on his
Jimmy G was moving in the pocket.
He
That was
was.
part of the reason why he
He
was
was.
he was pressured most of the game. He couldn't move anywhere but right here.
back. Yeah, he could.
He didn't move outside of the pocket
Yeah,
at
he
all.
4th and 10,
Yeah.
game on the line. What happened? Sack.
Oh man, he didn't move at all.
Game was over at that point.
No,
Hey.
not if it was Mahomes, it would have been.
The game was over.
It's always
Also,
a chance
so
on
Mahomes didn't get sacked all day yesterday.
He got sacked.
They touched
couple
him.
times, but
Oh,
most
they
of
touched
them,
him,
most
yeah,
of
they
them
did.
invaded.
They sacked
Most
him,
of them
yeah.
invaded.
So that sack that you were alluding to,
When the game was on the line, he made sure he dropped back 14 yards and got that thing off of there. Yeah.
He knew he needed a little space.
that almost got picked out. But the only thing is,
Oh, no, it wasn't even close.
it was almost get picked. But that last play for Jimmy G is just because just can't see Chiefs front four. They made an awesome push.
Jimmy G tried to throw it with 2
They
hands
got he was hooping. he was hooping out there.
for the wrong team.
He was hooping out there, but yeah, man. But he still, Jimmy G still gets a B plus. But anyways, it's a game coming up this weekend between
Let me check his spread.
check it out between my North Carolina Tar Heels
Trash.
and that team that plays in Cameron Indoor
Can't
Stadium.
spell Duke without UK.
So
Now the whole room's against me now.
so anyway,
That's okay. We the only team ranked in the top 10.
You right.
we are too.
I can't argue that.
It's going, but
Oh yeah, for real?
nah,
I was about to say, yeah,
I
y'all had to struggle
was about to
here.
say scoring deficiency, but
Struggle, but
I didn't think the spread would be finalized yet, and it's not.
It's
I
not.
probably have to get on like my betting side or something.
yeah,
man, don't give him man no points.
you gotta
He's
get
a North Carolina fan. It's,
I'm a Duke fan.
You
I'll
can't-
go
you
straight
got it.
up.
you gotta take straight up.
Straight up.
Straight
What
up,
Travis
Q.
say, man?
if we get 44 free throws, we got a chance.
Oh my God.
If we get 44 free throws,
He said 44 free throws.
I mean, that's what happened this weekend.
Okay,
Auburn
bro.
Auburn got 44 free
I
throws,
got you.
and y'all lost by what?
Yeah, man, like Nah.
Y'all losing tomorrow too against Mississippi State.
You a lie? 9 o'clock. Tune in.
To what?
BBN.
To what? You know what? Now y'all probably will win because they gotta make up for them calls that they didn't call this past Saturday. So y'all be at the line.
We got some bad calls.
Y'all be at the line. Y'all get 50 points at the free throw line. Everybody on UK be James Harden tomorrow. Everybody going to the free throw line. Everybody going to the free throw.
They said Auburn shot a lot of free throws.
They did. They shot 44 to 29.
It was ridiculous.
44 to 49.
44 to 29.
29. Okay.
That's all they did was get
Auburn does a lot of reckless driving.
They do.
I don't like when teams play like that.
Slide your feet. Slide your feet, move your hands, play defense.
But you can't just barrel into me though.
Take a charge.
Oh, man. I don't expect anything good to come out of your mouth.
After Patrick Mahomes, yeah, I think he just lost already.
He's just a UK hater. I don't expect nothing good to come out of his mouth.
Jimmy G played better than Patrick Mahomes for the first 3 quarters. But anyways, we're going to get on up out of here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Ralph, you want to say something before we get out of here? Matter of fact, no, never, man. I don't even want to hear your mouth, boy.
Duke by 12.
You said Duke by 12?
Yeah.
That's easy money.
We appreciate everybody who tuned in today. These boys are getting on my last.
Appreciate the love, world. Beyond the game, fam.
These boys appreciate it. But when we come back next
week. How y'all listen to Mr. Walker?
When we come back next week, we'll finally get into some NBA. Matter of fact, let me ask you before we get out here. We got one question left before I get in trouble. But,
Don't start.
Nah, you right. Let me chill. Mid-season MVP so far in the NBA. Who you got, Daniel?
Unfortunately, I can't go with my guy.
With LeBron?
He's been tripping a little bit now hard, and he's been fading away.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta go with Luka, man.
Luka?
Bro, the Mavs are trash.
Luka? They decent. I wouldn't say trash. I would say they decent.
I mean, they do got my Duke brother on there.
Why does everything got to go back to Duke?
Yeah, you're right. They do have him. But no, seriously. Nobody expected them to be a top 4 seed, though.
I did.
Why is disrespect? Why you say Porzingis for though?
We'll catch y'all next Monday.
Go back to you, Ralph, real quick. Who do you got for mid-season MVP?
You gotta go with Giannis right now, man.
Oh, okay. My guy.
Can't go wrong.
It's kind of simple right now.
I just like to see new people win.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a 2-man race between Giannis and LeBron. But we're going to get on up out of here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you like, share the page and everything. Before we get out of here, we want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We out of here.
Yes, sir.
Wow, I flew by.
See, that's how it is in here, bro. As soon as you get in here,
start talking. Start tripping.
That's why I said I can see how them niggas do it on